Hello everyone, this is chapter 9 and in this video we are going to solve problem 2. Let's get started. The price of labor is $45 per unit. Let's make it a little bigger. Let me delete this. Okay, cool. Let's move this a little up. Alright, so I'm immediately going to write down wage rate is 45. Cool. Alright, so I have an Iso-Cos line here, right? We have labor here, we have capital here, right? And on this blue Iso-Cos line, let's mark it. On this blue Iso-Cos line, the total cost of production is constant, nothing changes. So this is based on the scale is 140, capital, the intercept. This intercept looks like it's 1400 units of labor. Cool. And let's take a look at a couple of more stuff. So on this Iso-Cos curve, all points have, including the intercepts, have the same total cost. Okay, so here there is like a combination 800 workers, right? And you use 60 units of capital to produce at point A, but even if you produce at this intercept, it's the same total cost. So how do we write down the Iso-Cos line formula? So that's the first question. The equation for the Iso-Cos curve shown in the figure. So a couple of things. Let's get started with that. So general formula for Iso-Cos curves is cost of labor times number of workers that are employed plus cost of capital times number of capital employed. This is the total cost. Or you can put TC or just C by itself. Okay. So I adjusted the microphone. It was too far away. I hope you can hear me. Yes, you can. Okay, so the general formula is, we all the time we have formulas, right? Y-axis, x-axis. We have a line. So we have like y equals a plus bx, right? This is a negative number. It's a slope. This is the intercept. So let's leave k by itself, all right? So our k stays on the left-hand side. C. This guy goes to the other side as negative WL. I want to leave K capital by itself. So divide everything by R. Capital equals C total cost divided by R, which is actually this intercept, minus W over R. This guy is the slope of this line. So slope is here, slope negative W over R. Okay, and then also this intercept is total cost divided by wage rate. Okay, so these are basic information that we have been through. So the equation for the Iso-Cos curve shown in the figure. So we don't want this general formula, but we want the numbers in it. So I have information on W, wage rate. Okay, so let's find the other stuff. So I know that C over R is equal to 140. I know from this intercept C over W, total cost over W, is equal to 1400. So you can actually, this is the wage information, $45, right? So then total cost is 1400 times 45. What are we doing? We're trying to find C, total cost, and then using this formula, we can actually get the R. Perfect. So total cost here, 1400. Let me get the calculator. So 1400 times 45, 63,000. Okay, so total C is $63,000. So I'm using my computer's calculator, but if you know how to get calculator in this Word document, let me know so I can actually use that one. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere here, but I don't know how to access to it. That's funny. So let's plug this in, what we know here, 63,000 total cost divided by R, 140. Okay, there's a 1 here. So solve it for R. 140R equals $63,000. So R is 63,000 divided by 140. Let's see how we can calculate that. Divided by 140. 450. Okay, so I know that my R, I'm gonna write it here, R is 450. So next I'm actually going to clean up a little bit. It's just too cluttered. Oops, what have I done? What have I done? Okay, I did something, I don't know. Okay, something happened. Okay, phew. Alright, I just deleted everything. That was scary. Alright, so let's get rid of some of the stuff. Let's keep that. Alright, so I'm just cleaning so we'll have better time. Alright, so to write down K, wait, K equals, C was 63,000, R is 450, minus W is 45 divided by R 450L. Okay, so if we write this down, 63,000 divided by 450 is going to be 140. 63,000 divided by 450, 140, and actually we can see it right here. It's the intercept, right? 140 minus 1 over 10, 0.1 L. This is your equation. That's how you find it. Okay, the price of capital is $450 per unit. Okay, K equals 140 minus 0.1 L. Oops. And total cost associated with this Iso-Cos curve is $63,000. So on all these points, the cost of producing is $63,000. Input combination A is units of blah blah and blah blah units of capital. Total cost of input combination of A is, so now it's asking us about questions about input combination A. Hey, this A, I know that it costs $63,000. Any point on this blue Iso-Cos curve, including the intercepts, cost you $63,000. Okay, so verify that point A satisfies the Iso-Cos equation in part A. So in part B, we know that unit combination A is 800 units of labor from here and 60 units of capital. So it says verify that point A satisfies Iso-Cos in equation part A. So what you do is very simple. Just plug in the values for, so right, price of labor, we're going to use this equation. Okay, so make sure that this 40, let's see, labor 45 times labor plus 450 capital is indeed $63,000. Okay, so 45 labor was 800 plus 450, 60. If you calculate this, guess what? You're indeed going to find it to be $63,000. So that's how you verify it. Part C. For the input prices used in parts A and B, construct an Iso-Cos curve, input combinations costing $36,000. Okay, this is a fun question, requires creativity. Okay, so I'm just going. Alright, what I'm doing is here, so input prices are the same, $45 for wage rate times labor plus 450 capital. Okay, but this is going to cost $36,000 now. Okay, so how can I write down the equation? It's very simple. It's K, right? What's the general form? C over R minus W over R times L. So let's write it down. What is the total cost? 36,000 divided by R. So I'm going to divide 36,000 by 450, the price of capital. So it's 80 minus wage rate, capital rate ratio didn't change, 45 divided by 450, 0.1 L. That's your equation. Perfect. Alright, so for the input prices used, construct the Iso-Cos curve. For the 36,000 Iso-Cos curve, the capital intercept is what? Capital intercept is C over R, which is 80. Okay. The labor intercept is C over W, which is 36,000 divided by 45. That's going to be 800, right? 10 more because wages are 10 times smaller. You will find it. Okay, this is the equation, we found it. And if 60 units of capital are employed, then what units of labor can be employed? Really easy. In this case, we're going to grab this equation. Let's open up some space. Okay. So we're using this equation. Okay. So capital is 60. What is labor? So plug in, whenever you see capital here, plug it in. I'm going to actually grab this initial equation, 45L plus 450K equals 36,000. And whenever you see K, plug this value in, 60. So 450 times 60. 450 times 60, $27,000. So it is 45L plus $27,000 equals $36,000. Okay, so we can throw this to the other side. Its sign is going to change, minus, right? 27, 1, 2, 3, 45L. Okay, let's continue. So it's 45 labor times labor. For 36 minus 27, that's going to be $9,000. So let's use our calculator. 9,000 divided by 45. Okay, 200 units. Labor is 200 units. So that's the answer. And this concludes our question 2.